You know, Allah is a terrorist. He is. That brother talking about. What does Allah say? That when we fight against the enemy, right? When we fight against oppressors, what did Allah say he'll do to the oppressors? He strikes fear into the heart of the oppressors. He terrorizes them. He scares them. Because an oppressor who believes that he's so strong and powerful, arrogance, right? Arrogance. Who believes he's so strong and powerful, when he can't beat a people who he thinks he's supposed to be beating, and he can't beat them, it scares him. Because he's supposed to be winning. And so Allah is saying in the ayat, go forth. And do you know, if we don't go forth against evil, if we don't go forth against oppression, we are punished by Allah? Because we showed a fear and we showed a cowardliness, He punishes us for that? Realize that? That's why the oppressors don't like us. Because if we had a way of life that said, and if you're oppressed, just wait. It'll be okay. You know what I'm saying? Just accept your condition. Accept your condition. It'll be all right in the long run. The oppressors would say, that's a good religion. Because the oppressor is not going to be challenged. He's not going to be taken to task. But he knows he's dealing with a way of life that is telling its people, you bow down only to me. You be a slave only to me. That has a political ramification. If I said, for example, we bow down to God only. On the surface, it sounds spiritual. We bow down to God only. Oh, he's so pious. He's so righteous. We bow down only to God only. But that's political, too. That's political. And that's why for the kings had to kill the prophets. Because the kings wanted the people to bow down to them. They're kings. And the prophet said what? Don't bow down to him. Bow down to the one who made him. That's not the King of Kings. You bow down only to the one God. Them kings said, kill those prophets. Because if the people don't bow down to me, I'm not going to be able to control them. Kill those prophets. A Quranic term. Hizbullah, it comes from the Quran. See, we have Quranic terms that they try to make us feel like no. Hizbullah's in Quran, right? Brotherhood, Muslim Brotherhood. That's in Quran. But we're supposed to be fearful of these names and so on and so forth. About the party of Allah and the party of Shaitan. The Zionist Jew is of the party of Shaitan. And in following the party of Shaitan, they follow the Shaitan's pattern. They follow the Shaitan's sunnah. They follow the One of the characteristics of the Shaitan, Satan, for our non-Muslim friends, is that the Shaitan likes to operate behind closed doors. In Quran, Allah says he is the waswasil, the whisperer, who withdraws after his whisper. See, when you get tempted by Satan, Satan is slick. He's a scientist. Satan don't say, you should do this. You should do that. Because he don't do it that way because you'll know it's not coming from you. The way the Shaitan does it is that the suggestion is made, and what you say is, I should do this. I should do that. You think it's your idea. Because he gives the suggestion, and then he withdraws. Waswasil. And so the Shaitan operates much better behind closed doors, in the shadows, in the dark. This one Zionist, he was the head of AIPAC at one time. He told some of his people, he said, we have to be like the night flower. The night flower. The night flower develops and grows at nighttime. But in the daytime, it withers and goes away. That's the Zionist. The Zionist likes working behind the scenes. Behind the scenes. They can't operate in sunshine. When you bring their acts and their mentality in the light of day, they can't hang. They gotta be behind the seams. And so one of the strategies that we have to use in dealing with that mentality is bring them out in the open. Bring them out. Let them say what they're going to say. Let them spew that racist ideology. And it's not a racist ideology that's reserved only for the Palestinians. It's a racist ideology that's reserved for everybody. For those Jews who are starting to wake up and come back to their humanity, keep going. The highest point you can come to, the highest point you can get to, is to become an anti-Zionist. That you are against Zionism itself. Don't stop at simply thinking that we just have to do this and then everything will be fine. No, you get to the point where you believe with all your heart we have to get rid of Zionism. That is the problem. Now you have gotten to the point. Now you've gotten there. Now you're there. You're an anti-Zionist Jew.